Hello and welcome to another video in DanswerAI course series by techlatest.net. So far we will cover a lot of things like DanswerAI course introduction, overview, DanswerAI overview, and Dancer about the Dancer UI like user interface, admin settings, and normal user interface. And apart from this, we'll also cover all the three cloud platforms on which you set up Dancer, like AWS, GCP, and Azure. So in this lecture, we're talking about settings and AI configuration, basically server-side settings and admin-side settings. So in this lecture, we're talking about generative AI overview, like what are the generative AI settings in Dancer, server-side configuration, .dnb location. This is one of the most important parts. Like there are various options, LLMs option, large language models, hosting options are available in Dancer, like AWS, Amazon Bedrock, and OpenAI, and other options also. We'll also show you OpenAI options, Azure OpenAI endpoints, GPT for all, and Hugging Face interface API. Apart from this, we'll also show you GPT Turbo 3.5, like that is default model in Dancer. So yep, and like if you want if you want to set up any other model in Dancer, then we will show you that also. Next, next we'll talking about the admin side settings. Basically, admin side settings in generative in Dancer. Like same here, we'll also talking about generative AI overview and settings, and basically UI and admin settings in Dancer. Connectors for knowledge integration, like what are the various connectors option, file, web, and other connectors also. And we'll also show you third-party apps or real-time syncing apps, which you can integrate that direct, which you where you can directly integrate Dancer with these apps or third-party apps. We'll also show you custom assistant options and flag integrations, user management, admin, and users in Dancer. So these all are the settings in Dancer, like we'll cover in this lecture. So moving to the next part. So we have to start our putty. Close that session and to log in here. And apart of it, then we have to type this command cd/home/ubuntu setup dancer deployment docker compose ls ldr, and then we have to run nano.dnv command. Yep. So here you can find about the uh, like generative AI settings, uncomment as needed, we will work with defaults. So basically you can find about the generative AI model provider, OpenAI, GPT, provide this as global default backup. This can also be set up via the UI. And then there are also a lot of options here like Dancer bot Slack app token. So you want to integrate Dancer with Slack organization or Slack workspace. So you can do this stuff like you have app token, Slack app token, and directly integrate Dancer in Slack. Okay. Apart from this, there are a lot of options are also here, like example taken from Azure Generative AI API version and Generative AI API key, like Generative AI settings, AI model provider, OpenAI GPT-4. So by default in this, like by default in Dancer, uh, uses GPT 3.5 Turbo from OpenAI. And this is the most accessible model hosting service since it does not require any access approval like GPT-4 or Llama 2 variants. Like there are a lot of options are available in the Dancer talking about this thing. So basically, what are the LLMs? What are the LLMs option? OpenAI, Azure, OpenAI, Hugging Face, or Anthropic, Replicate, AWS, Bedrock, Chorus. Lot of options are available in that answer. Okay, and here you can see OpenAI options like how you set up OpenAI. So basically, set the answer to use GPT-4, generative AI model version 4 GPT-4, and they have to like you have generative AI API key. for set up GPT-4. If you want to set up Azure OpenAI, so uh, check this guide also. Like you have to change some, do some changes in code, and you have to give generative AI model. Then you have to give API version and API endpoint, and you have to set up. Then you have to set up Azure OpenAI. And same here for Hugging Face. Like there are so you can give generative AI model provider, then version, and then key, and then you set up Hugging Face also. So talking about Dancer. So in Dancer, by default, model is GPT 3 Turbo from OpenAI. This is because this model is not require any access like other models like GPT-4 or Llama 2. So that's why here you can see a Dancer uses GPT 3.5 Turbo from OpenAI. Okay, and if you want to set up any other model like GPT-4, Llama, Hugging Face, so you want access, you want APIs, you want endpoints of that model. So then you can set up like these models. And apart from this, we have to cover two or three more things. Okay. And the default answer model, and if you wish, okay, they're not, yeah. This is also one of the most important point. The default answer model is GPT 3.5. So if you wish to use this, there is no need to change anything. Like you have not to change generative AI model version. You don't want generative API key and endpoints. Okay, so these all things want if you want to set up uh, GPT-4 model, Llama model, or other models. Okay, you don't require any model or endpoint or API key in GPT 3.5 Turbo. Okay, so talking about next thing. Dancer supports local LLMs. You will significantly better response with more powerful model like GPT-4. Okay, so talking about other models like GPT-4, Llama, if you use these models, so you will get faster or more better response than GPT 3.5 because GPT-4 or other models are very powerful models or LLMs. Okay, so you will get faster and better response than GPT 3.5. So this is basically the difference between Turbo GPT 3.5 Turbo or other models. Okay, so yep, like that's all about the models and settings. Okay, so moving to the next part. Yep. So these all are the settings in Dancer. Like you can see here, generative AI settings and uncomment as needed will work with defaults. So yes, like if you want to set up Slack organization with Dancer, so you can check it this like Slack bots app token stuff. Move to the next part. So now we will cover a lot of things like generative AI settings and .env location and server side settings. Now we will cover moving to the next part. We will cover admin side settings. So basically, this is the UI of the Dancer. Okay. In our like in our previous video, we'll also cover these things like UI and other things. You can check it out that also. Okay. And like if you click on this thing like this, all the existing connectors in Dancer, like add connector option are also there. Import knowledge option, web file, Google site. You can directly import knowledge from this uh, websites, file, Google sites. Okay, there are a lot of options are also available here for third party or SaaS apps like Slack, Google Drive, GitHub, Confluence, Jira, Notion. Okay, next thing you have to check this like document sets you allow you to group logically connect documents in a single bundle. So you can also also set documents here. Now we'll show you the Explorer, like what is Document Explorer. Like there are a lot of things here. You can also check the last 30 days documents, last 7 days documents, today's document. If I click on today's document, so there is no documents, and like I click on yeah, Bab, and then Yep, so you can find about the documents here and Explorer, then feedback, about talking about the feedback, you can find out the feedback here, like most like documents and other things. Next, you can find about the personas here, like by default, summarize, paraphrase, like these things. And you can find about the Slack bot configuration here, like Slack bot token, Slack app token. Like if you want to set up Dancer with uh, Slack organization or Slack workspace, so you can check it out this. Then OpenAI options are also here, like you can check it out. OpenAI options also, like you can for OpenAI key configuration, you directly log in your OpenAI account and then copy the key and paste here, and then like you start working. So you can find about the user management system here, like how many users and how many admin. So in Dancer, first user is always admin. There is one admin. After first user, if any other user is login, second user, third user, or infinite user, so that user is always user, not an admin. Okay, first user is always admin in Dancer. So these all are the settings in Dancer. You can find about the admin portal here, logout button, search and chat functionality here. Okay, so this is like this all are the settings in these all are the admin settings in Dancer. Okay, so we'll cover server side settings and admin settings in this video. So yep, thank you. We'll meet in next video.